All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
BoJack Horseman, Season 3, Episode 5.
All right, we're out of the water and into the waves.
That's right. This horse was able to drink eventually. Yeah.
Butt plug style.
I know it's not going to happen, but I would really love to see just some kind of hint that he did end up calling Kelsey, even if nothing came of it. I know it's not, but
Ain't that kind of show.
Yeah. You did good, though, BoJack. It all went wrong, but you did good. Your inputs were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's sometimes the way the cookie crumbles. You had plenty of other times before this.
Yep.
You know,
and
always a phone call away.
Meanwhile, another cookie is still crumbling because it wasn't touched on in the previous episode, but Diane and Mr. Peanut Butter.
Yeah, we need to put some more oil, some lubricant into this relationship here, because this peanut butter is getting dry, and dry peanut butter is no good. But good communication, a little bit of taking responsibility, ownership, and maybe stir all that shit together,
and maybe
make a good sandwich,
like a vacation getaway to just spend some time together, and it's either a disaster or maybe they can
two on
remember
vacation,
that they actually like hanging out.
Those two on vacation, I feel like, is either the best thing possible or the worst thing possible.
Yep, one of those two.
Yeah, which is why they should just bite the bullet, and get divorced now. Like it's just gonna get worse later. Yeah, like the whole foundation of this marriage was like a shot in the dark.
Yeah, I am surprised that it lasted this long. They've done a lot of good with how they've handled it. But yeah, especially with how the dynamic is with Diane and BoJack, I was kind of waiting for him to ruin her life, essentially.
Yeah.
So
-4. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Secretariat is, wait for it,
Yeah.
a huge success.
Yep.
Why would you make me wait for it? That was a terrible time for a wait for it.
You're no longer just some TV actor they threw into a movie. You're a bona fide movie, wait for it,
Star. Yep.
BoJack, how do you feel?
Awesome.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
all right.
We defy odds. We face challenges with valor, and we never give in. For those reasons, and many more, our love is like the team that inspired the movie Cool Runnings. Jamaican bobsledders? That's right, Diane. Jamaican bobsledders.
Thank you, Mr. Peanut Butter.
Oh my God.
That took up most of the hour, but we do still have a little time to hear from Diane.
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Peanut Butter, I think you are great.
Is that all? I remind you of the importance of communication.
It's the very
That list
I know.
is terrible.
I know.
I settled
Holy
on a company
shit.
dental plan. It's called the tooth, the whole tooth, and nothing but the tooth. Same company.
Not too thabby, Judah. You can give me a date for tonight. Actually, make that 3 dates. Who knows when I'm gonna get another night off?
I do, and you won't.
Maybe date him.
Mr. Sutherland, I'm going to have to ask you to give up your seat
Kiefer?
for a movie star and his companion.
Yeah, beat it, Kiefer.
His companion.
Oh my God.
They love you here.
Holy
Everybody
shit.
loves a movie star, Todd. I'm gonna get a lot of love, and I want you by my side, soaking up the spillover and feasting on my discarded leftovers.
Sounds great.
Tonight we're riding a rocket
Oh,
straight
no.
into the sun, and you're
Oh,
not
no.
getting left on the launch pad just because nobody knows your name.
Todd? Todd Chavez?
Oh shit.
Oh my God, you're BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, duh.
I loved the BoJack Horseman show. That is like my favorite show.
You mean
Wait.
messing around?
No, the
No,
BoJack
the
Horseman
one
show.
episode.
It was so dumb. It was the best.
Thank you. Boring regular people love it when movie stars just show up and
Oh,
drink
no.
alcohol. They jizz their pants for that shit.
I don't know, BoJack.
I'm sorry, Todd. Are you a movie star?
I did narrate a Mazda commercial. Funny story how that came together.
Oh yes.
Todd, this
Let's
is
hear
not
about it.
Time for one of your weird stories that go nowhere.
Oh, wow.
Crash.
I keep telling you, we should go visit the old country. You'd love it up there. There's so
Vacation.
much to smell.
Yeah.
You're onto it.
Uh-huh.
Weird. I just got a text from Alexi Brosafino.
The famous movie star? Alexi Brosafino wants you to party with the Snatch Batch?
He's one of our clients. I met him a couple weeks ago and we talked about me Instagramming one of his parties. I didn't think he actually wanted me to do it tonight.
Oh shit.
Cool guys like that take me back to high school and I end up feeling like a huge nerd all over again.
Hey,
Oh, God.
the only kind of nerd
Oh,
you
no.
feel like is on nerd that he selected you.
That was cute.
Yeah.
But, oh, man.
I can see where this is going.
As the father of one of the brides, I just wanted to take a moment to...
Oh, my God.
Is that a Klimt?
Hey, guys, we got a guest. Diane, this is Carlos, David, and Shit Show.
Yo, word.
The famous Snatch Batch.
Oh, that's just like a dumb name some reporter came up with.
We don't actually call ourselves that.
Nobody is just one thing.
Yeah, except for Shit Show, right?
No, you can't do that.
You know, like,
you're not one of us.
Yeah. He's our friend.
Yep.
I am so sorry,
Yep,
Shit Show.
She has to hang out with the high school clique now.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know Karen and Tanisha super well, but I do know how precious and rare it is to find that one missing puzzle piece who completes you. And when you know, you know. You know? So congrats to the happy couple for knowing.
Let's roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, drug taking. That's cool.
Diane, I get that this is maybe not your usual scene, so don't feel like you have to do it.
No, I can hang.
Oh,
Let's do
God.
this.
Oh,
Let's
no.
stick a drug in my mouth so I can trip or roll or gush or oh, you all did it.
Fuck.
Here we go. Oh, it doesn't hit right away, does it?
No.
And has come to terms with not having children.
What makes you think I don't want to have children?
Oh, come on. What, are you serious? At your age?
Since when are you an expert on who can and cannot have children?
I'm a gynecologist. I specialize in fertility. I'll tell you what, I'd be happy to put you in the stirrups and take a look at the old cat eggs. Should we get some wine?
Oh,
Wow.
great. You're also a wine addict.
A wino, gyno, rhino, albino.
You think your girlfriend would get jealous if we started this project together, or?
Oh God, this is so embarrassing for you, but
I don't have a girlfriend.
That's a really weird assumption for you to make. You look really dumb right now.
No, actually, I was kind of hoping you weren't seeing anybody.
Maybe you two should just go see if the bed works, you know? A lot of these rooms have faulty beds.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, okay. Let me just finish this cocktail real quick.
All right, Todd, yeah, go.
Cool, I'm just gonna get 1 or 2 more drinks and then we'll go check out that bed.
Okay.
Oh no, he's still really nervous about that night and everything. And
About what BoJack said before her, about how when you know,
No.
you know.
No.
I'm sitting there and I'm thinking,
I don't know.
Do I know?
Yeah, I knew it.
I know. Karen, I'm sorry. I love you, but I can't do this. The wedding's off.
Oh.
It's a rehearsal dinner.
Thank you, BoJack.
Holy shit.
Did you ever hear back from that piece you texted?
Yeah.
Piece?
No, the hot girl. Her name was Diane.
Yeah, you saved her in your phone as cool, sexy Diane.
It's
Yeah.
like, let's drop it now.
That's funny. You have 2 friends named Diane.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
Wouldn't it be funny if you tried to text cool, sexy Diane, but then instead you texted regular, boring Diane by mistake, and then
Yeah.
I showed up and you were like, who's this chick? And then
Yeah.
all night I'd be hanging out with you, like thinking I was one of the gang, but actually it was just a big mistake because you meant to text, oh shit, that's exactly what happened.
Wait, Diane.
I feel so much love. I gotta tell someone.
Yes, tell me I'm in this with you, Diane.
I
No.
gotta go home. I gotta tell my husband.
Wait, Diane. That tree is amazing.
Princess Carolyn?
You've got to be kidding me.
You're a cat.
And you're a mouse.
I think I know how this ends. It was nice to meet you. May all your disasters be this easy to avoid.
God, if I have one more bad date.
Oh, I am right there with you. Date canceled. I could use a bite to eat, though. You know, there's this great place around the corner. It's a little hole in the wall, but they do a nice cheese plate.
Oh my God.
Holy
Destruction.
shit.
100.
I want to go in the hotel room and fool around. Do you?
I don't know, Emily.
Oh
you're
no.
pretty drunk.
Yeah,
No,
he's.
I'm not.
She's like, I'm consenting. I want this. Like, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty drunk.
Yeah, but it seems like.
You know, maybe I should just go to bed. I'm feeling kind of sick.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But hey, it was really great seeing you.
Yeah, it was great seeing you too.
Yeah. Good night.
Oh. He's not feeling it. Like, he really doesn't.
Yep.
think as far as disasters go, that was one of the better ones.
Well, it's the best non-date I've ever had.
Yeah, I was.
Watch, this whole
thinking
thing
maybe
was
sometime
planned.
We should have a. What's the opposite of a non-date?
A date.
That's the word.
I'd like that.
Well, great. When can I see you again? When's your next night off?
Oh.
Can I say
never.
something?
Running an agency doesn't give me a lot of nights off.
Tell you what, here's my card.
Yeah.
If you're ever free, give me a call. If not, I'll just meet somebody else and invite you to the wedding.
Oh, thanks.
You don't have to come, but send a gift.
Oh, that was sweet.
I was thinking about what you said.
Yeah, stop doing that. Nobody should be thinking about the things that I say.
Karen, but does she complete me?
Tanisha, nobody completes anybody.
Good.
It's not a real thing. If you're lucky enough to find someone you can halfway tolerate, you sink your nails in and you don't let go, no matter what. Exactly, settle. Because otherwise, you're just going to get older and harder and more alone. And you're going to do everything you can to fill that hole with friends and your career and meaningless sex. But the hole doesn't get filled. And one day, you're going to look around and you're going to realize that everybody loves you, but nobody likes you. And that is the loneliest feeling in the world.
Shit.
Mr. Peepernutter!
Peepernutter.
Diane, are you okay?
The drugs have something to say, and even though they are drugs, they come from science. So let's give a listen. I know I don't always have the right words.
Right.
I don't always have the right feelings.
Is this
but I
actually
love
gonna go
you so
fantastically?
much, and I need you to know that.
Yeah, I know.
And sometimes I think that I know myself, but maybe that's a trap. Because maybe I am cool, sexy Diane, or really in touch with her feelings Diane, or possibly other Dianes we don't even know about.
Sure. Yeah.
Or at least you're good for me, and you're fun, and you're sweet, and I love you, and I need you, and I don't always know how to tell you that.
Oh.
But drugs help.
That's right, honey. Drugs are great.
And now...
Oh, okay. Whoa. Is this a good idea?
The drugs want me to do this, and that means it's a good idea.
Oh God, the stairs. Yeah.
Ow!
Oh.
Drugs! Hey.
Oh. No.
What's gonna happen tomorrow? Let's go to the Labrador Peninsula.
Yeah?
Spend New Year's with your family.
Oh, you are gonna love it up
Vacation!
there. I have an uncle who still plays the flute at the local pub every week.
I want to hear him.
Oh, you can't. He plays in dog frequency.
Oh, and lay off the drugs, especially now.
Why especially now?
No, don't worry, your baby's fine.
What do you mean, baby? Why do you say baby?
Do you not know? You're pregnant.
Mother...
Yes, that's what you are now. You're a mother.
Turns to Mr. Peanut Butter. Motherfucker!
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy
wow.
shit.
This episode focused on Todd.
So
it focused
good.
on Diane. It focused on Mr. Peanut Butter. It focused on Princess Carolyn. It focused on BoJack.
Yep. Everybody. This was incredible. Like,
yeah. This was like a classic main story for everybody kind of episode, and also my favorite character, Princess Carolyn, as well.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy the way this went.
Yep.
We had a date situation for Princess Carolyn.
Oh,
she
yeah.
had the night off, which Judah helped kind of set up probably just about right. He's working really hard, but he is slowly getting more and more control over the business and the way things are run and things like that. So. Not necessarily a problem. Nope. It is something that is just a development that's happening.
If Princess Carolyn were to be looking for somebody that would be convenient and potentially similar enough for them to get along really well without too much needing to work on the relationship side of things.
A lot older.
Do you think he cares?
Anyways, but yeah, that's just good stuff for her. We love that for her. But for Mr. Peanut Butter and Diane, we had ourselves a couple escapades.
Yep. And I love that
went south.
It almost went south, but I love that it's something where this feels like the third time now that they've given us a big scare for the stereotypical drama stuff with Diane. And
she's gonna cheat on him.
Yeah, exactly. And then the show's no, we're not doing that. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Almost literally did happen though.
Yeah, but and that's maybe what made it feel like such a looking at the camera reversal of like, you know, oh yeah, and this is the part where, no, of course she thinks about Mr. Peanut Butter. Right. You know, and hey, it's the way that then the thing that was the scare also, it's like doing a reversal can easily make it feel like the build up to the thing that you thought was going to happen was a waste of time. But no, it's actually the thing that is the
set up for the initial premise of the problem, which is that she can't communicate. So now that they're developing on
she's
that,
high as balls, you know.
Right,
hey.
but that means that the point of the story was actually something that will bring about progress because we actually get to see then Diane communicate and express her emotions, even if it is under the influence of the gush.
Right.
But, you know, that's still something.
Oh yeah, and I could see
science.
Yes, and I could see her and Mr. Peanut Butter actually having some fun times together with like, all right, babe, one day a month or something like that.
Or just go spend time with my family.
Hang out. Well, yeah, spend time with the family. That's also something.
Oh, they
very
get high
exciting
together.
To see. But they get high together.
I could see them being a stoner couple.
I feel like that could,
I could see
that
them.
could work for them.
I could see them, you know, just absolutely getting themselves totally baked, and because it's not as strong or as aggressive of a high, you know, it doesn't arrest them entirely. They just get to relax and de-stress,
and just forget about everything else,
and just take it easy, and you know, eat some good, you know, amounts of food.
right, exactly. But the seeing Mr. Peanut Butter's family, I hope we get to see that as an
that's
actual,
gonna be next episode or the next one of the next 2 episodes.
Like that would be so wonderful. But
I'm
also
so ready for the Mr. Peanut Butter family.
But also, holy shit, Diane's pregnant. Diane is pergert. She has the preggers.
She has had Berber. And it is like full Berber.
She is fully pregnant. Like
completely pregnant.
Yep. That is going to change some things.
Will it be a dog or a person?
Oh my god. I think this show would absolutely do the thing where it's it's a puppy.
It's a puppy.
Yeah. Now, hopefully it's not a litter.
Oh my god, Diane will have like 4 kids in one go!
Yeah.
No, this is gonna be so disturbing. I didn't even like think about the litter thing. I was thinking about like animal human hybrids.
But on top
this
of that,
fucking show is so weird.
On top of that, with Diane's whole thing of like wanting to find out, like feeling like she's not happy and things like that, and you know, her life, you know, maybe is like escaping her and whatnot. If she has a litter of 6 puppies, Jesus Christ, that's not gonna make it easier. Let me tell you, but I am excited to see Diane the mom that like does the thing that the seahorse did of just like, you know, just bangs on the pot. All right, everybody sits down, you know, for your food, right? Like,
I mean, okay, I could see them just going for you have one. It's either a human or a dog, you know, or it's just hey, you know, this is a whole process. Season 4 will deal with the actual, like, you know, birth and everything.
Sure.
Like, this is still a ways away. But it's Diane will have to kind of adjust her work-life balance. He'll have to kind of change things from there.
What if this was the reason why they also needed to have the silent episode? Because it's we need to go into the world building because we're going to have Diane get pregnant. And since Mr. Peanut Butter's a dog, that's a thing. That's going to be a thing. And so we need to go into some of we are committing to the bit of this is a world of humans and animals and things like that. And so we have the fish, we have the seahorse with the litter, you know, and everything, right? You know?
I see it, yeah. There's good potential there.
But, oh man.
Shit, like, that's going to be its own thing. Okay, so, but thankfully, she communicated. I do think we need to acknowledge, though, that Mr. Peanut Butter took the 45, 55 minutes or whatever it was for the actual time in the therapist's, you know, hour session.
Oh, yes.
In the beginning. That's actually a problem, though. Like, that's not look, he's gushing about his wife. It's no, you're actually not giving the space in that regard. Now, obviously, gushing is great. Oh, yeah. But also just, you know, setting good limitations on yourself is good.
Well, and also, like, there's a part of me where I'm like, okay, this show does like commentary and stuff in so many delightful ways. I'm not entirely sure what the commentary or joke is entirely with the therapist, because I could see it being something where it's they don't know what they're talking about.
Well,
this is someone that Mr. Peanut Butter specifically found that is like, what are you thinking?
I know it is, but you can keep going.
Because given that this show revolves around like mental health so much, I would think that it wouldn't be the therapists are all quacks kind of a deal. I don't think that would be it at all. And so then it's the,
No, it's because they need to communicate to each other. The issue is that Mr. Peanut Butter is performing to an audience right now. He's being an actor.
Oh,
that's the issue.
Okay.
It's not that the therapist is even really a character. They're there just as a sounding board. But Mr. Peanut Butter can go into all this stuff, and yet the actual connection isn't necessarily as strong because he's performing for another person. And Diane can't perform for another person in the same way. So when she's trying to do it to somebody else, it's extra hard for her to do it because it doesn't necessarily come from a full place of
she doesn't feel comfortable.
Well, she doesn't feel safe. She doesn't feel comfortable. It's some kind of combination of those emotions and feelings. But when she's in a one-on-one environment with Mr. Peanut Butter, it's always easy. And I think there might be some leaps that I'm making here, but I think that's because she, on some small, tiny level, judges Mr. Peanut Butter a little bit negatively internally. I think she does not view him in the best light in every level. So it's the kind of thing where she's not like embarrassed about him, but it's the kind of thing where
there's some aspects of her internal feelings that she wants to make sure she filters out, and so she doesn't feel entirely comfortable being like fully vulnerable.
Yeah, like it's the kind of thing where I don't think she's the kind of person to seek out to take pictures with Mr. Peanut Butter, if that makes sense. Like, it's the kind of thing where, like, I've never seen her do something sweet for him.
But, like,
it's the kind of thing where I don't think it's that she dislikes him. I think she actually really likes him, and I think she knows that there's a lot of things about him that are great. I think it's the kind of thing where she subconsciously still maybe holds something negative that she kind of hides from him.
Sure.
Because I don't think she's some manipulator or anything. Like that.
They're very different people.
I think
so she would not be the type to be as as sweet maybe as Mr. Peanut Butter.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think that is part of the issue. I think that is a small part of the issue.
Okay.
And I think it's cool that she's able to be vulnerable here, but I think that the two problems that they have is that Mr. Peanut Butter hogs the spotlight and doesn't think about his own actions and what they do because he's a bit self-absorbed, like BoJack. And then Diane, like BoJack, doesn't keep a good look at what's going on internally, and thus has things hidden in pockets, but doesn't understand the behavior that comes out because of the internal state that she keeps.
There was
of sequestered away in different pockets.
That's really funny that you went to that too, because I was gonna bring up something along those lines, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't like sidetracking your thought process, right?
Yeah.
That the idea of her having things that she doesn't entirely like as, like thoughts, feelings, or whatever, and that makes it harder for her to feel like she can be vulnerable. That feels like the kind of thing where the immediate way to address it is to air out the room.
Carpet.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah, literally like beat the carpet.
Yeah, exactly. Just
let it all settle out.
Just get all the shit out, right?
Yeah.
Not that like it would need to be something where you'd like if you have some nasty.
No, but a tool is always useful in certain contexts.
But a tool is always useful, and that way you're dealing with it, even if you don't know how to deal with it.
Right.
The fact that you're actually looking at it and handling it, and and all of that. That in and of itself is good, because it's when you don't look at the thing that it grows and it gets bigger, and the dirty dishes that you don't want to deal with, and then shit, when you finally go and look at them, you're like, this is a nightmare.
This is a problem,
right? When originally it would have been a very easy, quick thing to deal with.
Right. Yeah. But then that can tie kind of nicely into BoJack's issue this episode.
Sure.
Is that he's so completely high on the box office results.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a mega
superstar. I love
I feel awesome.
I like the cigar with the no smoking sign, and the person gives it to me.
Right.
light it. Yeah,
that's some next level stuff here.
Yeah.
I also
get
like
out of
that
here, Sutherland.
It is kind of funny though, because I feel like these are like topical points of the like, hey, yeah, Kiefer Sutherland was kind of one of those TV show actors that was in some bigger things for a while, and then kind of
right. It's the whole Hollywood flash in the pan. You're somebody one moment and then nobody.
Not
the
flash
next.
in the pan. It's just he was a thing for like 20 years,
right?
And then it's the all of a sudden that's the flash in the pan you're talking about.
Yeah, not flash in the pan like the oh, you had the one role that got big or whatever. Yeah, not something quite like that, but the ever changing
like
nature
that
of
is
it,
cool.
right? Yeah, it's not about what you have done; it's about what you're doing now. You know,
right?
Yeah.
And BoJack then having the obsession with everybody talking about him, then leading him to do the Wedding Crashers bit, which I love as a kind of his Todd moment of doing like a really dumb, silly thing that ends up causing problems, but then allows him to learn a lesson from it. But then he doesn't necessarily apply it because he has the despair of believing that it's kind of too late for him. But hey, at least he's capable of preaching what he needs to hear to somebody else. Right. But that's also his own his own issue and dysfunction that keeps him from actually imbibing the stuff that he needs to be taking,
right, even though he knows that it's the thing that he needs. And but still, this is elements of where we're able to see the progress from how he was at the beginning of the show. And so it's wonderful to see, even though it's still the route for the weed just keeps going. The more you pull, you're just like, oh shit, I didn't realize it was this long.
And now hey, BoJack, thankfully this one's, like a fully mature adult.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
And you know what? I wouldn't blame him for this in the slightest. No. In the fact that she's coming to him. She's very much like,
he doesn't know what happened.
He has no idea what happened.
Yep. He doesn't know the history.
Although, while he did necessarily kind of try to egg them on a little bit, but being like, hey, buddy, I got you. Hotel room.
Right.
On me, comped. Just go test to see if the bed works,
Yeah.
That's a cool bro moment, but there is also an element where BoJack sometimes needs to read the room a little bit and go like, wait, am I actually just making things worse here?
Right. That was a better version of the wedding crashing.
Of the wedding crashing.
Or the rehearsal dinner crashing. Because it's the hey, I want to help my buddy out with this.
Yeah,
right?
Even though I'm narcissistic and egotistical.
Narcissistic and egotistical, so I make it also about me, but also I am not observing to see what Todd would need the most. It's in this situation, if it were me, this is what I'd want, so I'll do that for Todd. Still a step in the right direction, but got some ways to go. But
I'm just very worried because Todd's issue with Emily in this is, one, at the simplest level, he's never really liked her. He never crushed on her. He liked another girl. She really liked him. And there's probably some elements of like this feels like off,
I would not be surprised in the slightest if Todd was Ace.
Well, yes, that's another thing that they could be coding here as
which
well.
Would also be really funny because, then, Todd and BoJack, BoJack, the one who's constantly medicating through sex and things like that.
Absolutely.
And then Todd, the, person who's just like,
Right. But regardless of what this is, he was in a situation where he didn't want something. Someone else did. He set boundaries. He avoided kind of the direct kind of rejection of the whole thing. So I think that kind of says a lot about him, that then after that, he's sitting on the bed kind of doing the like, this is where she would be, kind of thing.
Right, because
so I don't think it's as cut and dry as just he doesn't prefer, or he...
it could totally just be, it's nervous because she was his first kiss, so he, probably hasn't actually had sex before. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that was confirmed when they
he definitely has not. No.
Right. But yeah, whether it's he hasn't had sex before and he wants to, but he's nervous, and and there's all of that, other stuff and how it can get messy, or maybe he's Ace, but he still maybe likes her, right? He just doesn't like the idea of sex, right? Sure. And so it's like I would have really loved it if she was here with me, but I don't want to. I don't want to go to Bone Town, you know.
Except that's the thing. I get that, but then there's a lot of the things of where their actual interactions are ones where he's not necessarily like jumping into a whole lot of the, I don't know, maybe.
No, right, because I think it's something where he likes her as a person. He likes hanging out with her.
But I don't think he's remotely interested in her from an attraction, romance side of things.
Hence why, well,
I don't think it's just a preference thing, even if he is ace. I'm saying he literally does not like her from the like
not even as a no sex but romance kind of a thing.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Maybe not even as a romance thing.
Like there's a lot of stuff in his body language just in this episode where he didn't seem to treat her with any kind of extra special anything.
Sure. Yes.
Like at all. If anything, I felt like he was maybe just feeling that pressure of like, oh, you know, we're not a thing, and she's like really like, this idea, this is good, I'm gonna make this and we're gonna turn this into a business thing. And he's like, yeah, cool, yeah, I'm Todd, I like coming up with ideas, I don't necessarily like, you know, we're gonna make this into a business or something. Wow, right, you're really cool with that, you know.
There's a lot of really interesting directions they can take this, however it is, right? Whether it's the, oh yeah, Todd doesn't actually like her, you know, and he doesn't know how to like, you know, like let her down easy or something like that, you know, or who knows, right? All kinds of things. Excited to see it explored. The fact that she came back means that it actually is going to go somewhere. So awesome. But
sorry, came back.
Like Emily came back into the show, right? Like she wasn't just from the flashback.
Oh, I mean, she you know? Yeah. She was going to come back in the show because she was a part of the flashback for sure. Like I think it was just the thing that I was so surprised it came back so quickly. Like,
oh, sure.
And it's that she still likes him. She's very much kind of connected to the same kind of circles and stuff because of probably
Hollywood show business probably.
Well, right, but you remember what her dad's job was, right?
Right, he was a writer on The Sopranos.
Right. So she might have ended up, you know, finding similar passions and stuff like that.
Sure.
I'm more just curious about her being someone that could empower Todd's actual ideas into being something, because Todd kind of needs to shape up his life a lot.
Sure.
And in a lot of ways, it's a bit weird that the story kind of was pointing at this a little bit, given how much Todd was avoiding it. But she was literally kind of coming in and being like, I can give your life structure and order and actually make something of these ideas, which are not all bad. Like that one you came up with was
a really good
pretty
one.
Decent, you know?
Yep.
Oh, but that ends up going to become, you know, Lyft or something like that. Sorry, for legal reasons, can't actually say which one it was. That was great. Yeah.
Yep.
But all right.
I really like the stuff with Judah, though. I'll just say I want the stuff with Judah and Carolyn to continue. You know, I like that.
Yeah, I do like Judah as a character. He definitely did do the whole, you know, give me a percentage stake of the company. Sign while you're signing those other things. Here's some other things to sign, so it just becomes just a muscle thing as you just keep going away and doing this. I'm not just suspicious for the sake of just being suspicious. It is just something where this is a story with themes of how the world gets away and takes things away from you because it doesn't care about these characters. So the way in which Princess Carolyn has been having things going great so far, I am worried for my favorite character. I just want her to be safe and just be protected and everything. And yet she is kind of the most alone of every character here in the story. So
I did love, though, the idea that we might go from Vincent Adult Man to the mouse.
Yes.
You know, like
the mouse was adorable.
That was fantastic. And we know that Carolyn loves to chase things, whether it's deals or, you know, so like
yes, that joke. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Like I didn't even notice that.
They would have some fantastic times in
I was thinking about so many other jokes and puns, but that makes so much sense.
Yeah. Yep.
But all right. Wow. There we go. Another banger BoJack episode. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about animated shows in general, and also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch, and if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.